na 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 na. Say the way them be left the power to murder, not to say it. Plenty youth they smoke and go mad. Try they not to say me there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to say me there. The way politics them spoil we try they I say not to say me there. The way mother they fly plenty, the other part not to say me there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to say me there. The way them be left the power to murder, not to say there. But not to say me there. 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 Pulling back politics, fight each and every day. Not to so we been there. Not to so we been there. DJ box, the battle, get on mine and my brewer. Not to so we been there. Not to so we been there. Put out on board, they travel run, come back and village people not they get chance. Not to so if the mommy they dance that TikTok and people want talk. Una left and I saw you one day. Green and red been the bind, green and red been the dine. But now not to so it day. Been inside the drive, glass teeth they up, the voters they suffer. Not to so for day. Mommy getting artists, the part getting artists, the other part getting artists for day. You know for talk show then quick for jail you. Violate your rights, bro. Not to say I've been there. 2023, I wonder how y'all go there. Now before you get job, before somebody say that. Not to say be there. 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 Listen, governor for make investors run away. We for encourage them not to show you been there. Kai Kamara one coach John Kista. Paddy play football set much not to show you been there. You want talk plenty, you not score plenty. You don't crest, not to show Kalom been there. The baby we said they cheat but not to show a day. I not say not to all been there, not to show be there. But and say God there we must say like how been there. And now been there we must stay like how been there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to show be there. The way them be left the power to murder, not to say there. But not to so be there. Not to so be there. Not to say be there. Not to say be there. Not to so be there. Not to say be there. Not to so be there. Not to say be there. Y'all know Senator Salon Day, not to say me day. The way our Salon be day today, not to say you day. Woo! What da? Bojo, Brian, oh baby. It's your mark. The guy will die, he will smile. Red flag, baby, all day. Woo! Leon, one love. Alright? Take the challenge. Tell man and say not to so for day. Not to so salon for day. Alright?
Alman on the mix.
Favorite rapper, King Boss. The voice of the voiceless. I'm here.
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the 5th of February 2023. The time now is 4 minutes past 7. As usual, this is your regular program every Sunday, APC UK and I online TV platform. We're appealing to everyone to kindly share, comment, because at the end of the day, try to press the notification bell. We don't need to be sending you on a weekly basis whilst we are live. And this evening, we have a very good and important topic that we're going to discuss about, and most of you are aware already what's going on within the UK and I, which means, let me say, the 6th region, the diaspora. All our local elections are taking place. Yesterday we had London, Manchester, Reading and Oxford same happens within the other countries, the Americans, the Europeans, and all over the world. So that's something that we're going to discuss. But again, this evening we have a very wonderful guest, one of our comrades, Comrade ABS, which will join us later for us to discuss. Comrade Fatia, I'm here this evening with my colleague Fatia. I think we have so many wonderful news for you guys, but whilst we're in the show, we'll be able to dive in. Fatia, come and speak to comrades all, please.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, what part of the world you are. I say hello, Kusha and Kabo. Thank you very much, Sweet Bonita. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please, ladies and gentlemen, on the live, share the live, share the live, share the live, join the conversation. If you have any question for us today, please on our right hand at the comment box. We will try our best to answer it to the best of our knowledge and ability. And also, if you get any questions for our comrade ABS, please put it on the comment box. We will share it live and he will try his best to answer it as well. As you all know, it's not a very long program, it's just about an hour and a quarter. So we'll try our best to fit in as much as possible. And also, just going back to what Sweet Bonita said, we're going to be talking about election today. And also, we've got our topic at the bottom, NGC imploded. What is the impact to the APC party, both here in the UK, diaspora, and back home in Freetown? Thank you very much. Over to you, Sweet Bonita.
Well, again, let me just see if our guest is around, because at the end of the, we also want to thank our technical team. That's Comrade Mo, Delwyn Thomas, Dr. Denke, Owan Kasu, and I'm sure you guys will be wondering, where is Owan Kasu? Owan Kasu is safe. All we are trying to let the world know, this is women's empowerment, so we're taking over. So Owan Kasu is safe. He will come when we are ready for him. But for now, we are not ready for Owan Kasu. Let him stay where he is. But really, on a serious note, just want to say thank you to all the technical team, especially JS. He's right now in free time, because when it comes to IT, people are all over the world just to make sure that everything is incorporated. And I think our guest is in, so definitely what I think, Fatia, we need to bring in the guest, because we have so many things to dive into this evening. So many things. So our
So
guest,
many, so many.
let's bring in him. This wonderful
Excitement.
person and ABS.
Okay, we'll try again.
Comrade
It's,
ABS, can you hear us, please?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Video.
I don't know what's going on here. All I can see it's a radiance of beauty from two Ali berries. You guys look awesome. So I think that may be the problem basically. So do whatever you can, Sweet Bonita, for me to be covered by this ray of beauty. I want to be part of it. Thank you.
You are going to be part of it. I think before we come and introduce you, what I would say is, first of all, maybe try to log off and come back in, and then we see where we're going to go.
I think I saw something. Let me see. Yes.
oh, welcome.
Yes. Well, again, I would have introduced ABS before he's coming through, but I want to introduce him while you can see him, because you want to know the man behind the name. ABS is aspiring for the diaspora deputy chairperson. Am I correct, Comrade ABS?
Very correct. Very correct.
So I would like to say, I think definitely it's going to be a congratulation, because what we've been seeing has been congratulation, because all of us are winners. So it doesn't matter how it's going to go. Definitely ABS, I'm sure you're going to back that one in.
And can you guys permit me to do something? If I don't, it will be a disservice to this program. Basically, I was following a historic events yesterday in London, and I must say, I could not have been a proud APCian and also a Londoner. What unfolded yesterday, the civility, the degree of democracy, the comportments, the composure of all the people that participated. It's just magnificent. And I think the icing on the cake was to see a barrage of my colleagues in the media team emerged victorious. And on that note, if you can permit me, I want to sing the APC victory song for all the comrades that came victorious yesterday in the convention, and also in particular to sing for my immediate team, especially you two, because I know other media team members actually also won the contest. So I'll start if you can give me the permission. Over to you.
Oh, definitely. And please, if possible, can you speak Creole because they are forcing us about Creole.
Oh,
And
sorry. I hope I'm not in trouble. But again, I'll say it's Fatia's fault because when he starts, I already speak English, so I have to say the platform not to. Anyway, there is victory for
you can go
Who can
into
join
both,
in?
really.
There.
yeah, you
Do
can
you
join
want me?
me.
You want me to join you?
Okay, yeah, join us. Join me, please.
Okay, why
There
not?
is victory for us. There is
There is victory for us in the
in the
struggles
struggles
of
of
APC.
APC. There is
There is
victory
victory
for us.
for
For
us.
us, oh
Oh yes,
yeah.
for
For us,
us.
oh
Oh yeah.
yeah. In the
In the
in the
struggles
struggles
of
of APC,
APC.
APC, there is
there is
victory.
victory.
Many congratulations to you two, and many
Thank you.
congratulations to all the members of the media team. Mohamed Conte, our chairman-elect, Arun Pape, Sweet Bonita, and of course, the wonderful Fatia. You guys made us cry yesterday in the
That
media.
sounds so nice. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
yes.
Thank you,
There's no
ABS.
other
Thank
way
you,
to
thank you,
put it,
thank you.
I think I'll do a disservice to this program if we don't start. It's going to be a wonderful program tonight, but I think we have to start from somewhere. Over to you, Sweet Bonita.
Thank you so much, ABS. You know, that's something that I'm sure me and Fatia, our tongues are literally wriggling for because we have so much to talk about. We've learned a lot because it was completely different, and what they've told us about the party and what we experienced were a completely different thing. Democracy is here to stay, and APC has decided to embrace it. Women empowerment, we saw it there yesterday. But you know what? We're going to come back to our elections. We want to see, because again, this evening, the topic says the NGC upholding what's the impact on the APC? What's going to be the impact? So we've seen so many things going on. Some of us have said this before. NGC came. Now they've come. We know they could not conquer. Then we are here. So definitely we try to get most comrades or most NGC supporters or members of the NGC, but due to the way they are feeling at this moment, they are not available. So we don't want people to think, oh, we did not reach out. We did reach out, but again, everybody was busy. So we said, let's get somebody that will be able to help NGC see sense. What is the way forward for the APC? And no other person came in mind. It was Comrade ABS. So ABS, this is where we are. And based on the topic, Fatia, I don't know if you want to add anything before ABS come through, please.
No, yes, please, yes. Like Sweet Bonita said, NGC came around, they shake the table, some of the table, the wheels, the steps, everything came down. And we've got to be honest to ourselves. Sorry, I'll be speaking Korean and English because we have few people online who are not Sierra Leonean, so we want them to feel, to join us as well, so at least they can understand where we're going. Yes, NGC came around, they rumbled us. We're not gonna lie, we're not gonna sit here and be all, oh no, they never. Yes, there was a big impact to the APC party and also to the SLPP party, but mainly we're gonna focus on APC. Then rumble, then shake. We saw what happened, and now they're here and then they're gone. So where does this leave us, Mo? It's such a big question. Where does this leave the APC party for tomorrow, the day after? We're going to have election in June 2020. Well, 5 months, 6 months. So where does this leave us? How do we get back what we have lost? That's why we invite you here to talk us some sense, for educate us more, Mo. Do you want to come in, ABS?
Thank you so much. Thank you ever so much, Comrade Fatia. I think the topic tonight is really important for the politics of Sierra Leone. Make a talk Creole because we don't want me just now. And again, the people and way they make political theories. I'll say they make hypotheses, or where they come and make some kind of claims, then they do them after painstaking examination of certain events where they unfold, i.e. the NGC, the emergence of NGC in the political landscape of Sierra Leone. And I am one of those. And my social media commentary, and I know people who knows ABS, don't already make an hypothesis like years back where the NGC actually come at the table. And my hypothesis was this. I say the NGC as a political institution was, for me, just a mere political rehabilitation center for disgruntled SLPPians. And by extension, they're able for actually manipulate some of we members them will also not be happy. So like two group camps of people and we disgruntled. And there's a story to it. On the side of the SLPP, the way basically Kandeyum Keller was treated when he came back for joining in political party. And then, and again, let me just make this very clear for the benefits of the viewers. For us, we study politics. There are great people we take the space, the political space. Some of them acted on what they call favorable socio-political conditions. And those conditions were actually in existence at that very time where NGC emerged. There was so much disgruntled across the political eye, i.e. APC. Because I did talk from experience as somebody we come out from the area we suffer actually the wrath, if I should put it that way, of the NGC, which is Kambia district. Proud to be a Cambian, even though now we suffer and we owe the APC. And it take 4 seats out of 6. So for us, it was an indictment of every son and daughter APCN from Gambia. One person come through an institution. But we know what the man do. He used a populist approach for come and malign the APC, make a lot of fallacious claims. Some of them I'll delve into just now. So this is where we are. And as I say, great leaders, they don't actually capitalize on that, on various favorable socio-political conditions. So Kandeyum Keller was not an exception. And there is a very clever man. He come in and then seize that moment. And indeed, Fatia and Community Sweet Bonita and the viewers out there, we felt the pain as APCians. So I think this question tonight, it actually come at the right time. It's imploding now. The NGC is imploding. And what next? So I want to say thank you to the media team for coming up with an excellent, topic, where at least we just come at the right time. So in terms of where we are as APC, there's a saying which says, "He who survived by the sword shall die by the sword." So because they came in through a manifestation of seeded lies, for lie, for people, and all the rest of it. So this is the thing. You cannot continue in this day and age, in an age of a very fierce technological age, where anything where you say, people in the keeper. Even as we are talking here now, everything is recorded. People in get some. You know, for anything I talk now, people and if me go on the contrary, they will use that against me tomorrow. And all of us, we get to be mindful of what they say. And one thing I know about the APC UKI online TV platform, we don't make we not deeper propaganda. So thank you a lot. So if you ask me, I think that's what that's how we did. But again, my expose about which they happen tonight, the center on that hypothesis say the NGC they come na a political institution, and please keep it in mind, host, say they emerge from a kind of a mountain of lies way, but how they sustain for come up, and because the people away from the NGC, the vast majority, I must say, some of them are actually innocent, then just bring them in the wind, actually carry and go. And these are people in way, as they say, now NGC is a mere political rehabilitation center, mere political rehabilitation center for disgruntled appearance. And for that qualify that hypothesis, if you can permit me, Comrade Fatia and then Comrade Sweet Bonita.
Yeah, you've got a few more minutes. Yeah.
Thank you. So let me look at the post-2018 elections, decisions them, and then the number of people and we disembark the votes. You get people like Imran, Sila, and others, a whole host of them. They not even care about the NGC at that moment because they were SLPP. So the core, they were disgruntled. They come, they appease them, they entice them. You know, like them people, you know, they treat them like a fish. Where fisherman the hula hook, he puts that bait, he send them. So that they treat the likes of Imam Sila. And by the way, for just a disclaimer, it gets a right, the constitutional rights, for determine which political party they join, how long did they join them, if you want to join another, that's not your rights. But again, society, they go with rights and morality. So your rights, the way they exercise your right, if you know they're within the confines of the expected moral codes, then that's right to be questionable. And that's what we didn't have for tonight. So because that will not happen, some of us don't make this hypothesis is coming to fruition. But one shocking thing, Fatia and Sweet Bonita will happen, maybe us out there. When Imran Sila and others then left the NGC, we see a barrage of alignments, narrative, then come after and cost them the NGC people, they say na traitors. But here we are, and I think the character why they focus tonight, somebody may not born the same place na Samu, you know, it's not by accident that they were born, you know, very close person to me. And then now you don't can tell the NGC say it's about to take the same routes where Imran and others don't take. The same people where they say crucifixion, now and they sing the Hosanna, hymn, song, or whatever it is. So this tells us, say, the NGC not get any ground for all. And where does it leave the APC? I think this is something we are not going to delve into deeply, becoming a politician. Because whatever I say here in terms of where does it leave the APC, it will also hinge on the strategy we get for actually liberate Cambia and restore the APC back. So we will talk on the surface, we will talk politics, but in terms of where does it leave the APC, I think it's just a few advice, maybe give some kind of indications as to which side the APC, therefore the line of the angle of travel. Thank you so much, and over to you too.
Okay, thank you very much, Comrade ABS. Thank you so much. That was a good analysis. You hit the nail. You hit the nail on the head, as they can say pan Creole. Thank you so much. Even half of that, I'm English, but I guess people still pick the Creole, you know, out of it. Sweet Bonita, we've got a question on the screen from Comrade Mo to ABS. You able to come in and see if you can give your thoughts on that particular question before Mo answer that question?
Well, the truth of the matter is, I think I need to allow Comrade ABS to answer that question. Comrade ABS, what Mo is asking here is if we think all the NGC member will come back to APC, and if so, what is going to be our strategy? Because at the end of the day, it's going to be something that we have to find a way how to get back these NGC voters, because we know the seat that NGC had was from the north. So how do we encourage all these voters to come back? What strategy would we use so that they will be able to come back to the mighty APC?
Thank you so much, Comrade Swiss Bonita. As I see the question from Comrade Mo, that's a very brilliant question. And I think, say, these are the areas so for the look at now. NGC is imploding, and waiting APC for do in terms of the strategy for comeback and appeal to the people and way this country, especially in the axis of Cambia or the Northwest, I can say so, for being comeback, because they're supposed to know, we have to tell them exactly what's in the happen with Kanda Keller. I think for me, we have to look at the question first. We must say how for bring them come back. So I think if they talk about the members of the NGC from a generalistic point of view or in their totality, and I want to say it's a very ambitious, or I would say over ambitious thinking, because we have to know first of all the components of these members and whether or not people are so. And thank you, Comrade Mixer. Exactly, and that's what I know exactly. Thank you, Comrade. I did take that into consideration. Thank you, Mixer. So in terms of the people that we disgruntled, and again, because when you resolve an issue where people they actually disgruntled about the Kambia district, I want to use Kambia district tonight as a case study. It's about empathy. You get to empathize with the people, and first of all, empathy from people who do conflict management. It's not about you agreeing to the reason we make the person act in a certain way, but from just be civilized, for say, like we Comrade Mixer says so. You're right, Comrade. Well, I wouldn't say you're right. I would say, Comrade Mixer, I understand why you are concerned. You don't want ABS to go deep into the strategy. It's a point there. If I get for disagree with them, make her tell them the reason why I get for certain things. So I think that level of empathy is very much core to our strategy. For bring people in for say, we know things them they go wrong in certain way. We make some of them take this decision, because when you sit down, you listen to the people, and I was one of those people where Fatia, Sweet Bonita comrades and the listeners, when we lost election, I stayed behind for quite some time. And we now all know APC UKI members, them I've been behind, come back the 7th of March 2019 after we don't lost elections. So I was very much particular and the concern about new area, as we all the other mixers, the Khalid, and all the Cambian people. And of course, it's a problem for all APC, because if we pull them off now Cambia, we pull them off now other area, because all of this is center. So these people are do a mini research for know what really go on, and not for talk some of the things them out. But I think say we have to empathize with them. This is where we are now, because politics now a number crunching game. You cannot win elections if you don't get the people in for votes for you. And if you cannot win election if you don't get people in for protective votes. You cannot win elections if you don't get people in for defend that votes. And they say this is very important, whatever to they think, because last elections we get about 3,200 stations or something like polling stations, and now I understand say we don't go to 3,600 and something stations. So forget 3,600 and just multiply by 10. Forget that number there for protect votes across the country. Surely we flag bearer, soon to be flag bearer, and by extension the president of Sierra Leone, need that number of people in. And again, when I talk about protection of votes, you don't just need anybody for the day. You need people who get steels in their spine. We get a political steel in your spine for able to sit on some side and protect votes, no matter what it takes. Because we have to do that. We have no other option but for protect that vote. So in terms of how do we bring them back and come, I think empathy, and that's the how far they go. We empathize with the people and make sure we also tell them, say, if we brought Kanda Keller, they take a unilateral decision after we don't deceive people and for bringing come in a vanguard of change. It take unilateral decision, because if not all listen those explosive audios whereby it talk about consulting a day in consultation with the president. But you're just not an ordinary person. You're not a leader of a political party where you get sit there in the parliament. So by extension, you get people where you're accountable to. How then can you take a unilateral decision or go into political engagement where center, which for me, I look at it's a self-centered motive. You not tell the people, anybody will ask, you talk low upon them. So I think this is something for a lot of people they know. And they call me comrades them way within the Cambia side. I appeal to now this time for all go
Okay.
back home. We now sabi for talk so and for say this guy cannot be trusted. If he die with he members them, then they don't, then they suffocate na the water, they ain't come up. He left them na that side. Now he say he want to go country first. A very kind of facade narrative country first, because I get a lot of people talk about kind of that tonight in country first narrative, the whole. So I think say for me, Fatia and then Sweet Bonita, and to answer the question of Mo, empathy is one of the things. We have to be the bigger people, the bigger comrades for say. Some of the people and say we understand why I wanna be vexed, but when I look the person we can talk to her. Is this somebody you can trust? You see the way he treats his members them, will be the put money for them, will be the take the bullets for them. He don't left them so. This man come, they say the can't even make una for una day like in a planet Mars, una live a life where people don't ever live. It's all can be big English. What has happened? In the area, nothing can you cannot do bugger there. So I think it's a utmost responsibility for government man with say that's just shaded lies. He can't do anything. And especially more so when at the post where you want to go align himself to, knowing the politics of Sierra Leone and the presidency of Sierra Leone with the current constitution, we get that supreme executive power, can do anything they do, and Julia don't become today like somebody way not important anymore. It could be to anybody. So we tell people, please don't go into that deceitful game. Move away from that man. That man will left na deep trench tomorrow, and now they get face the problem after that. So I think we'll do that. Thank you so much, comrades.
Okay, Comrade ABS, I get question what I put to you. One of we viewers, Delwy Thomas asked, do you agree that our body politics need a three-party? Because obviously now it's more SLPP and APC as it's been gone for years and years and years. So you feel say Sierra Leone, we can do with three-party because we did have one. Now NGC is a bit shaky, so we're not certain if they go carry on. So you feel say the body party needs, the body politics need three-party?
Well, from a political scientist, I would say the factors them way they make for somebody make that conclusions, they're very slim. And in science, you cannot say it's not possible. But just from the indicators they only see in Sierra Leone, and you do you do a deep research, and you find out say it's very difficult in Sierra Leone. I can tell you why. The body politics follow we forget a third way, which in call a third way in the British politics. It's very difficult. And even UK, we don't see that happen. There was a time very close Nick Clegg, we see it coming as deputy prime minister who will get a hung parliament. So that was how far they come. But after that, the marriage between ND and the conservative, they actually scatter. So that tells you, you get a political culture in any country. And Sierra Leone is not an exception. The political culture, which are the type of now, what people don't used to. You go back through colonialism, the people in come, then actually, come and annex the country, and then they introduce a very pernicious strategy called divide and rule. They divided us. Because if you go back to history, and I remember hosting somebody we grounded when a senior comrade Israel Papa, where he came and talk about his history. And I learned a lot from that. So that was where the damage take place. And I remember, I'm not here to justify what the president say. And I remember one time when the interview Mother we say the which man in can and divide. Although that was not the appropriate statement for answer, but just for tell Comrade Delwyn as a very important question for say with body politics, it's going to be an ambitious project if we will achieve. But if anyone would take that that approach they just like with the NGC can. For me, that thing here for stem from what they say, an ideological leap of faith, for let somebody believe say it's going to happen pretty soon. But we don't know, we cannot predict the future. If it happens in Sierra Leone, maybe it might not be in our lifetime, because you have this north-south divide. Just like we get the conservative, we get Republicans, and you get the Democrats. Yeah, like UK, you get the conservative, and then you get Labour. It's happening right around even mature democracies. These are the party system where EBC they play with the baton, and it don't becomes almost like politics don't become a religion in the sense that who say you belong and you belong. It's like an identity-led kind of evolutionary process of society within the context of politics. So that is what waiting. Anybody who thinks it will happen, you have to think about that very, very, very seriously. Because if it not happen for bigger democracies to be mature, we get all the institutions, get the space, the rights of individuals are respected, but yet society, and it's also a decision-led process. If I make decisions, say, I know, and then I thought with them. The closest, let me come very close. I don't know if Fatia and Sweet Bonita, if you guys are old enough to remember, the time we get the UNPP. They came very close, you know. And but what happened? I don't want to talk about it. What happened between APC and SLPP make the Manuel Sekeri for smart thinking also. So that's a story for another program. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
A quick one, ABS, just since you mentioned Israel Papa, because he also asked a question. It said, Comrade ABS, do you think that the APC members in Cambia who transited into NGC should be forgiven for the biggest mistake they have done?
Well,
and
again,
we're going to vet them, because these are some of the things we also need to work in. Because again, yes, we want them to come. Are we going to allow them with open arms? Because definitely there's going to be that kind of, I am not sure if this person is ready to come back, because what's the possibility that they will not go again?
Okay.
That's some of the things we need to also
a very serious question. Where even within in the internal politics of APC, this is what is playing out. We see right now where a lot of people and they play within the estrangement strategy for people that we don't study, let's say from Marxist theory, we don't say alienation, you know, the kind of alienation they play in every politics, because politics is a high interest game. So someone can look Sweet Bonita not because he do anything, but if you see say Sweet Bonita get those attributes we threaten in ability or what able for bring kind of the table, that person will become a target. And people like myself seated here who don't be victim, people who talk something about you wait, you don't even know what you do in a corner and things also. Malign you, put you in a container and paint you. So that's politics. But going to the question of senior comrade, hello to you, sir. I respect you, and that you are always the land to. Let God give you continue for you long life, and so that you will be able to the land from you. In terms of whether the people can be away na APCians we join NGC, if we forgive them. Again, forgiveness and then the winning APC coming back to power. Which one is more important at this time? Let give an analogy here. You get your picking, you get a partner where when don't get a problem, when a born picking, when I don't fall out, and this picking suddenly it can get illness, and they say the only donor that are your ex person. But your ex is willing for Cam donate for save the picking, but all he needed, because he not get the power consent, now for let you the mama consent say yes, let Iggy that organ to be picking with him. And if you say you look back to it don't happen to now for all this while we make una separate. You think about you soak into that that bubble of emotions. What's so important at that material moment? Is it about saving the picking with the in a road for die, or for allow that person where they don't treat you bad and can save that picking? We now on blood back now on old born. So that's where we are. We have to understand, comrades Israel Papa say, the people and with some of them, I'm not talking about the main agents them way come in, because these people are actually led by some of our very strong APCs in Akambia. They are part of the team. We know about that. We're not here to name names. We want to bring everybody on board, but just so for we understand the thing. So some of them were actually carried by those resentments people and gets and take say what's happened. They're not the way they've been treated, whether for bad, good or wrong reason, they're not happy, and then push the people into this. So what do we really need if those people are actually swept by some kind of people that will influence the following? It's about forgiveness. That should not even be the option for now. The option for now how will they get them votes? Vote is very, very important. Very, very. Because yes.
Let me just try to hold you there, because I've got Comodel asking again a question, but he has spun it in a different way. Comodel is saying, okay, do you agree that there was a factor that drove those APC members to NGC and have not been fixed in the APC? So do you think they will come to rejoin the APC?
Well, again, it's a very important question, Comrade Sweet Bonita and Comrade Fatia, and kudos to you, Delway. I know say you're not ready for me tonight. Basically, I've been a Cambia person. Basically, I think say the box stopped. I'm in table now, but I'll do my best. In terms of whether there was something where precipitates then people and therefore actually move to side and go, and that's problem or that issue, that concern has not been solved in the APC. One thing where I want for make we know, first of all, where there is an institution where everything what they do is interest led, you know, they ever resolve the problems. Because the moment we tell ABS say beer, ABS don't beer, can leave the crap and say, hey, bro, ABS is but one now with them born now. This man in treats and see then people that can't talk to her no more. He just listen to the lecturer. Me, I not agree. I respect ABS now be my leader, but me, I not agree. And that's individual and a matured person. So in terms of us, whether we don't solve the problems, we cannot solve problems in politics. Now manage they manage them. You don't solve problems in politics. You manage them as they happen. Because the game itself is an interest driven. Because in a high interest game, the moment where boats want for scatter na the Bermuda Triangle, very dangerous area where boats not for go. The more you block that cylinder, one part of the boat come out. Or this that. Now this is what politics is. You understand? Now a game whereby you constantly get an emergence of variables where they come in, and we get a fix. Some of those interests are very fixed, but you get multiple people when they come in. Let's be very honest. Let's take APC UK now. Let us be very honest to ourselves. Would I can APC we not can APC for something? Of course, some people in there, vast majority of them now, so they just want to see the party for go forward. But some of us, when they play politics, we want to be part of a change in our country. All of us want to be part of it. That is the honesty. So, but how many of us, they're going to say, many are called but few are choosing. So you see inside the problem there, you cannot solve the problem. You cannot solve it. The problem is when they happen, Comrade Delwin. What you do, you manage. And I think so far, we don't try to manage the problems, because for the very first time yesterday, oh, you guys, the media team, I'm very proud of Una. Una come and cover the program. In the midst of the storm, which happened at other branches, them na the diaspora, APC UKI. And I want to say thank you, Chairman Ahmed Koroma, and then Secretary General Abdul Kabia, and all the stakeholders that will participate. You guys wanna do a fantastic job. You made us proud. So this is how you manage situation. Look at us here now sitting. We get beautiful women them in face and the beam. As I saw Sweet Bonita yesterday, it's Alex say, now box are rebel and the season. What they say they can't count. And they see my sister, they put nobody like say in belly the heart. That is the problem. High interest game. Not to put you under the boss, Sweet Bonita. I'm just analyzing basically. Just for I put the points, because Delwin, I pose you very difficult for us.
Okay. Saying that, Comrade Mo, let me ask you this personal question. Are you feel say the people NGC supporters you know, both home and abroad in the diaspora, spend so much money believing in KKY. Believe in it. Do you know what I mean? That strong belief, thinking this is going to be changed. This is a different narrative. Politics is changing. Oh, we have something different. You know, that excitement. People are spending life savings. You know, family breakup, friend lost on the way, divided, you know, friends divided family. Are you facing them people then therefore react? They're like today, you know, with such, because it's a big disaster for them. You know, even us from the outside looking in, you know, this is a big disaster. Are you facing them people and therefore react towards, you know, KKY and co? Are you, you know, thinking about their mental health, the distress, like I said, breakup of families. What's in the reaction to them people? Are you facing them for react? They're like today.
I
Well,
think before
comrade,
ABS coming, ABS, just a minute before you come in, I want to add this other question. Somebody asked. They said in the political scenario in Sierra Leone or in general, it has always the politicians have brainwashed the citizen to say it's just APC or SLPP. So that means this is why KKY have decided to say he will not be coming up. Absolutely not, because again, what the guy said, if you can look, apparently even the judiciary have not worked with them. This is it. I don't know if it's coming up. Yeah, that's the question. This says they've brainwashed the people. Absolutely. And then there's weakness in justice. So because again, you know, when you were talking about KKY, I remember you says he did not consult the member of his party. He just went there by himself. Remember, he's going to see Madabio. Has Madabio consulted anyone to do something that is supposed to be constitutional? It has not been. Everything that he has done or his administration has done has been unconstitutional. So if he's being friend with KKY that said he wanted to be Mr. Perfecto, definitely he's moving down that side not to do anything that's supposed to be in the right way. Because he said, just ignore them. After we finish, they'll come with it. There is no way around it. So I just want you to also bear in mind, we have that question from Mohammed Kamara. This is what he's saying. They've brainwashed them. So as far as they are concerned now, they don't really care. So that's why they are not allowing other political parties to come in governance.
thank you so much, comrade. Thank you both. It's a very good question, and this basically this is the discourse right now on social media fora in terms of the KKY or the NGC camp is divided, and so in terms of how they feel, I would say to Fatia, to the person we ask this very important question, that it's a roller coaster of mixed emotions. What do I mean by that? You get people way, if I can add to Mohamed Kamara, Mr. We talk about brainwash. There are people way it be say their thought process as members of a political party is wired up. And you see them as educated, you see them as exposed, they're exposed, but because the thought process is so wired by the ideology of that party and believing that whatever the leader do should not be questioned. So because of that, whether the leader make a mistake, there are people, if we don't watch a movie called Air Force One, you want to see towards the end of the movie when the Pentagon tell one of the pilots that we can protect the jet plane, we can protect the president, Harrison Ford. They tell us that he commits suicide because there was a missile heading towards the Air Force One. So the people, as I say just now, a mixed bag of emotions. You get people, you get real NGCians, and these are the people that we unconsciously or consciously actually buy into the idea of the NGCC. NGC will be a third force. Genuinely, and put their money like the Harun Subairu and other people. We come in, I know them. I just name them because I see come that platform. But I'm not here to name my NGC, bring their names to here. I named that particular fellow because I see information we take on KKY. So these are guys that we spend their money, even though they get interest in politics, it's a reciprocal interest. So the way the man left them, they came out and speak their mind. But then you get the one them way it be say their thought process, because I don't want to demean them for say them brain, but then thought process, it's so wired into the ideology of the leadership. He is the be it on all and end all. So whatever KKY say, for them, it's just unquestionable. For we the Muslim, like we don't read Al-Fatiha, you say, Wallah darling, whether the Imam make mistake, that line elect now 2,000 people already been and America safe. Now that which they call it, Imam make mistake in reading that Surah Al-Fatiha, then it say Wallah darling. Everybody they say Amen. In Christianity, they say Amen. Whether the pastor miss some of the lines, them at the scripture. So this is, and you know why is that it come also to waiting. Maybe I talk about brainwashing, and I want to speak on that a little because again, we us coming at the platform now for make we able to open the grain of within the app, let people understand. When you say brainwash, I think say the mother concept we say brainwash in politics is ideology. Politics is an ideology-driven game. It can be good or bad ideology. But that ideology was actually coined for an outcome, which is the party ideology. Like we get um, an ideology in the APC. We get a line where they say grassroots, APC na grassroots party. So that is the tagline where they appeal to people. The moment you say grassroots, Mami Ebu, Pasana, where they fishing, Mami Ebu, they sell plazas. Everybody they feel part of it. Some people they say we're not elitist like SLPP. Now we get PhD, now we get the Dominion, now they get the able we meet somebody, the former Inspector General of Police. You know, all of them people in there, now they get them. So because of this ideology, it's a process. I wouldn't say as a political community to say you're brainwashed, but you're being drawn into an ideology for it supports the, 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 the ideals of that political party. So once you're there, you don't buy into it. It's too wired in your brain. Like me now, as one person, I believe in the APC as the most progressive political party in Sierra Leone. I can sit down all night and elaborate what the APC don't do. For substance, it's my claim because there are visible and evidence-based things them way APC don't do over the years for no say APC don't do. So I believe in that ideology. So because of I believe in that, the other person when they listen to me talking will say, what's wrong with this guy? This guy, he has been brainwashed. APC is nothing. And in fact, APC is the worst party on earth. They don't talk like Madabio come, they say President Kuruma left the country in a bad economic state. Will not ever happen. And this is Madabio, a man where na a junta na a coupist, you know, so it come in and make that statement today. So that tells you it try to swing a narrative, we aim at a particular audience. So in terms of the brainwashing, this is where it comes to. So again, switch monitor where you analyze this law before me come in. You use a word about consultation, whether President Bill himself consulting people. I think there's two things that will happen also. And I'm sure President Bill will not make that unilateral decision, but just go tell KQIC and need a consult. I need from let me to begin sit down and talk. He must have consulted the higher echelons within the SLPP. And this is the stark contrast between President Bill and KKY. Because we didn't know what was happening behind the scene, but just by those audios, explosive audios, for let KKY demean in members them for say, some of them say, even say, if they say for can't get married, possibly dress, you wear coats, and you wear check trusses. Now you want to go take the calabash, but go dress properly. Why big man talk? Picking for go. Calling people, picking them. People that want to big na household heads. Some of them are women. I know some of them people are the kind where they get sleepless nights for some people on social media for Canada. It puts all them people and saying are picking them, you know, for consults them. But yet, communities Bonita and Fatia, we listeners they out there. You they see go on social media, you they see a barrage or a category of NDC members them with so wired with the respect to the leader, you know, without precondition. They come and argue, say not in constitutional right. The man do what he call and say country first. I think if I give me the space, I will come to night and actually unpack within the deceitfulness with it behind the narrative country first. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much, ABS. Another question I want to ask you. So in that case, would you say KKY, not a very hypocrite man, because you talk about the Alassane and the Alassane scenario, and all of a sudden, so where does that leave him? Is it part of the Alassane or is he just completely out in the cold?
It's the Beshi. we will need between them.
I
don't know if the viewers out there will understand what I mean by Beshi. So in where we came from in Sierra Leone, when somebody gets twin them, if you give birth to twins, the next picking will they follow, then call an Beshi.
Okay.
Normally it's a triplet. Well, we say Sao Gina, then it's Beshi, so that means 3 of them triplet.
So that means he was always part of it then.
But
listen, comrade. This guy here, he was in a government, a Johnson. By the way, and it's for me when KKY the term used Johnson against SLPP. I said to myself, yes, it's actually talking about an unfolding, a mess political system, but he also they actually read from Ian book, because this is a man will be a minister during a Johnson government. So he knew what he was talking about because history led him to make that conclusion. But again, if the same KKY, we don't tell we say, the guy they call him, he gets a party, we don't go, then do all kind analysis about the goods in the market, the price, inflation, and everything, and come to a conclusion, say, Madabiu is not the right man at the country. But all of a sudden, and I can tell you the Beshi, why, and again, for what any two they say, but because for now the rights, let's say essays, we don't make you thesis. Any points we argue if we connect. So let's connect here the Beshi. Or say politics, NGC, not just a political institution, a political rehabilitation center for this country. He was disgruntled because look at the way the wife, I don't want to talk about her because she's late now, was treated. I think the mom was treated late as well. So let me not even go there because you speak bad about the dead. Anyway, so and KKY himself, look out and treat her. Let's say we go to police party office. This be make it feel disconsolate. The Alpha Saidu Bangura, a man where I can say it don't lost morality to the highest degree. And he talk all kinds of things about Madabiu. They all now they need it, and it's just the same as KKY. You don't talk all things about somebody, you come back, you can lick, it wounds them. Excuse me for my language. So that is what KKY is. If it's a hypocrite, it's an understatement. I think in a man way don't decimate all strands, all remaining strands of morality in our body politics. Because you cannot say crucifixion, although people can say not only fools and which cannot change and God not change. But the way KKY spin the U-turn way take. But again, it comes as a surprise. The answer is no. I tell you why. For me, one of the things that way KKY not ever talk to me for listening is this. What is so important in Sierra Leone when we don't get the emergence of a cabal of politicians, them we sprung from the ashes of the fringe. The ineptitude is you can't talk about it about SLPP. Then we see KKY. We don't come, you don't talk all kind of thing about them people here. You don't talk all kind of thing. Then we can get a COVID-19 in the country. Quote unquote. And then say for lay for make a proclamation, say they make a public they declare a public health emergency in the country. If you look at the constitution of Sierra Leone, the processes, Comrade Fatia and Comrade Sweet Bonita and viewers there, it's very straightforward. It's very unconstitutional for the very first time you make a proclamation, say you're going to declare a state of emergency for 1 year. It's not in our law books.
Okay.
You can't do that. It's a process.
Okay.
I'm coming there. Let me just conclude if you give me a
Okay.
chance. So KKY, then go to parliament, then people are, and the processes of make that proclamation, you have to back it up with what they call a constitutional instrument. Can I tell you what's in entail nada during the public health emergency if I bring a constitutional instrument to the effect? That was never the case. What did KKY said in parliament? It's in record. He said, let us give the president the benefits of doubt.
So that's
This is a matter we get for do with a violation of constitution in a Lambert proportion. And then for let you see somebody we forbid the savior, the guardian of the constitution, and say we give that benefit of the doubt. What happened after that, comrades? And this is very key. The SLPP went into a crusade of bloodletting. We saw what happened in Pademba Road Prison, and then come the one for rope APC into it. ECSL, one of the president, they constitute an investigatory team, then come back and tell Mr. President, your stance saying APC are responsible. No, not to them. But again, they say within now they do research, when they say cause and effect, would have caused them because Parliament could have stopped that. So this is KKY. We saw all this killing. It supported it. What happened during during the state of public health emergency, whatever thing will present you, because if they stop them, that never happens. So it's the same man. If you talk about saloon force. What is saloon force? We are guided by a constitution.
Well,
so how can you allow somebody for go against the constitution? You say you get the benefits of the doubt. But again, I tell you why. For anybody we read a progressive agenda, go back and check it. This is how they behave. But that is a point where perhaps I will talk about as time progresses.
well, honestly, Comrade ABS, this is what I was saying before. The way Mother is behaving is the same way KKY has just behaved. Because if Mother would just do things unconstitutionally, and KKY, you know that he's always doing things unconstitutionally, then he said you are speaking with him behind the scene without the consent or knowledge of your party members, it means there is no difference. You know, normally there is a proverb that says, the pot is calling the kettle black. You both black. So for me, that's why I was coming from. Like, there is no difference between KKY and Mother BO. Because we are saying everything that Mother BO and his administrations are doing is wrong. So why would you stoop yourself so low to be in that same position with them? And when your supporters, or let's say people that you're all in the same party, speaks, you said they should not. And to the point start insulting people because of they giving $100, so they should not say anything.
Exactly.
For me, that was the most disrespect.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
those are contribution people pay that sum up to thousands and up to $1 million. You just don't make $1 million. You start from somewhere. So for me, KKY has disappointed Sierra Leone. So him coming publicly saying, oh, it's for the sake of the country, is absolutely not. It's for his own sake. That has nothing to do with the country.
I agree with you.
That has absolutely nothing to do with the country. Because you would have stand for the country, just like first of all you mentioned about the state of emergency. He never said anything. We had where they throw 10 members of parliamentarian off parliament. He never said anything. The killing in Pademba, Lonsa, McCaney, Tonkolimba, Kabbalah, nothing. Potloko, nothing. He has been quiet. And all of a sudden you are having secret meeting with the same person, thinking like, oh, you want to work with him. And people are saying, are you okay? But this is about selfishness. Person-centered approach. All he's thinking about is himself. Nobody else matters. So the people of Sierra Leone, like we said before, KKY and his team just came to do distraction. They are not there to do anything good. My brother is a full NGC. He called me like, sis, this is what's going on. And I'm like, what's up? Why? It says this is what's happening. How can we do all of this? How can we do? So for me, I just want the people of Sierra Leone to know KKY saying is for Sierra Leoneans. It's not. Because things have happened. The latest, which is the August 10, 8, 9, and 10. What press release have we got from the NGC to say, oh, we are dissatisfied, we are part of this investigation, we are following it up, what is the way forward? Absolutely nothing. A little child died, Khadija. Nothing came out of it from KKY. You know, they've made so much that the opposition party, which is the APC, but they have made it so much to be dysfunctional. Because we saw when the former Secretary General, Dr. Yansane, was the Secretary General that active. Every time there is a press release from the APC saying we are not happy, we want answers. Why is this? Why is this? Since we had the 21-man committee, when have we seen any press release that says, "Oh, why are you guys doing this?" Because all we've had was, what's the guy's name? Conte is literally being paid by Matters. So at the end of the day, whatever he's doing, he's in consonance with it. He's working with Entourage. So he's enjoying privilege. As far as he's concerned, he doesn't want anything to happen. These are things people are failing to understand. But we are thinking, again, as we say, we're looking at the bigger picture. It's Sierra Leone. It's not a selfish gain. It's for the country. And these are the only way people can come out and say it's wrong.
Okay. All right, and thank you very, very much, Sweet Bonita. Thank you so much. So now we then move the topic on. We now thank you so much, Comrade Mo. Stay, don't go. But now we're gonna move the topic on. We're gonna talk about our election yesterday. Something nicer, something relaxing, something sweet. So we want to talk about the election yesterday. As most of you know, we held our diaspora election, local chapter, like Sweet Bonita said earlier on, Bristol, Reading and Oxford, Midlands, Manchester and London. So I was one of the lucky one. I won. So the Sweet Bonita. So we want to talk about history making. So Sweet Bonita, you come in on this one then.
Oh my God! Why are you putting me on the spot?
Because you're a winner.
Can I say feminism is on the loose? I'm listening.
Oh yes, no, definitely Mo. That one. If I'm gonna be guilty, I'm guilty as charged.
Are you okay?
Yes, I am guilty as charged.
I'm also a feminist, my dear. I'm a feminist. You know that.
you know, honestly, I am so grateful what happened, and I think the only constituency that was in content, like people saying, we are not sure what's up. It went smoothly. That was London. All the chapters, I don't know, Fatia, if you can remember, all the chapters, they are unopposed.
Yes.
Only London. And yet still, we came out victorious. And with female. How many females were there, Fatia?
Oh my God, it's more than 10. It's more than 10.
Let me dig it up. I'll dig it up now.
It's more than 10. It was actually quite a tough election. Very, very tough. We had posts that 2 or 3 people are running for. My one was me and somebody else. It was quite tough. We have to campaign deeply. We campaign over the phone, telephone, meetings, get together, lunch, brunch, coffee. Over coffee, it was hard. It was hard work. I had never worked so hard in my life, trying to convince some people to vote for me, why I'm good for the job. It was really hard. But at the end of the day, it was all, it was worth it. It was worth it because that, when you hear your name being called, so over 100 times, because I received about 100 and something votes. I can't even remember. Then they called me name like Fatia Samura, Fatia Samura, Fatia Samura, Fatia Samura. It was just like a music. It was amazing. If I'm not gonna lie, the feeling was quite sweet. So I enjoy it really, really well. I was nervous at the same time, but I enjoy it. So, ABS, comment on this. What do you think yesterday? Make it nice for us.
I will try, and it's. I think there is no other way to put it. Like I said in the opening, I was very. I've always been, but yesterday was another level. I was excited. I was over the moon, watching the program, and then the level of work. First of all, you guys actually multitask. Number one, you guys were contesting, and at the same time doing the work you love to do for APC on pro bono. And for me, that was the icing on the cake, and everybody that was involved in that process in order to actually um, um, bring the program to the doorstep of viewers to show how democracy can actually dispense in the most civilized fashion. And for me, it puts the APC UKI to another pedestal, and me seated here as an aspirant for the diaspora vice chairman, diaspora regional vice chair position. I think I can go out there and shout loud to say, I think the branch you guys need to actually um, focus on in terms of leadership is the APC UKI, because we have a reservoir of people who know how to pull off something, and out of you know when you least expect that, they will deliver. But we this I think we prepared ourselves. We've had our own differences as a branch over the years, I must say, and it's also politics. Sometimes even when you become a victim, you have to understand that people are behaving certain way to maximize their gains in politics, or maybe to solidify their positions. And but sometimes it's not, they're not being personal. It's just a political game, I would say, as Delwin can say. Nah, that politics is always politics. So, but back to the elections yesterday in London, and for say the other regions then go unopposed, a better way we get that intense um, um, competition yesterday among the aspirants. But which we show yesterday, despite our differences as a branch, we don't show to the wall, not just Sierra Leone, say the APC UKI indeed are the progenitors of the idea of the diaspora. This is where the whole thing started. And we cannot mess up that. We don't get that and say the APC, when it comes to the diaspora, UKI is the hub. So the expectation is there, and we cannot disappoint people. I think what all of you guys did yesterday, and look, it was a marathon coverage. I couldn't believe it. Seeing the likes of Dr. Denke, Mobangura, Mixer, and to be honest, yesterday I saw an emergence of anchors. Some of these people were always pushing us behind the scene. Hey, log in now, people in the wait for you. But I saw them yesterday in their beautiful red colors, and representing us. And I spoke to Delwin. I asked, Delwin, you're in trouble because you're going to be one of the anchors, and there are more as well. And you guys are awesome. And to everybody that participated in the process, the chief elections officer, the returning officers, and then also see other companies that came in to help. You guys did us proud. And now let me come to my media team, guys. What more can we ask for?
Nothing.
This is a huge responsibility. But you know what's happened here, Comrade Fatia and Comrade Bonita? I think people are beginning to understand that politics, leadership in politics is about representation. It's very important. It's about quality representation. I think you guys were actually rewarded for the simple reason that you've staked your lives, you put your lives on a thin thread just to defend the APC. For over 6 years, we've been doing it relentlessly, without no fear. We've done it with a degree of courage and ingenuity. So the only thing that will come to your doorstep is that level of recognition. And I think it came out well yesterday when the results were actually pronounced, the counting. Yesterday, we get sung them, Fatia, when it comes to Sweet Bonita, all man getting sung. You know, Arun came unopposed. You know, Mohamed Conte, the chairman of London chapter. These are all APC UKI media team alagbas. So you guys are getting the reward. So I think what we have to do now is to rebrand ourselves and make sure it's not over yet. The job starts now
Yes.
because we are about to face a very vicious opponent. Mark you, it's not going to be a walk in the park. We will emerge victorious come June 24, but we have to do the needful, and the media gets a big role for play. And yesterday, I get some 2-3 banter with some of the technical directors. Them we know to the talk, and I'm sure what we don't do yesterday would add more feathers to it. So I want to say again, congratulations to all of you. We the Electoral yesterday, and to me, comrades them. Fatia, before I pass the mic, we lost. We are not lost. It just happened that we want to make a good fight on a campaign, and on a your campaign was purpose specific. We know to the people who want to be aim for get the votes. That is what winning is about. Your campaign strategy was more robust. And listening to Sweet Bonita's submission yesterday, I haven't slept for 3 days. My darling, I felt so sorry for you, but you know, you're not smiling, you know, because of that hard work. Some people can come at this race. Look at us. We don't put names them up there for the bigger thing at the diaspora. You know, it's not an easy task. So if we're not struggling at London, what about us? We get for appeal to 20 and above countries, different time zone, different what you call. It's not easy, but I think we all do this for the love of the APC. Anybody at this time where APC day in our position, it puts a name for position. Genuinely, I'm not saying people that when take one for take position just for use them as a springboard. They know they bring nothing at the table, but you will know what entail for day in leadership at this moment. You want to be part of the steel stem or part of the engine at APC for propel APC come back in the power. It comes with hard work, and I want to say thank you all, and to those who not be win at this time. You guys are comrades. We are all winners because at the end of the day, we are winners on our APC now win. Not to give people them. We come up from planet Earth, can become winners. Thank you so much, and many congratulations.
Okay, comrade ABS, obviously next Saturday we got an even bigger election, chairman. You know, chairman, chairwoman. We've got secretary general of the, you know, the district. We've got women's leader. So next Saturday will be the biggest. Yes, and obviously most of we comrade now, they're very nervous like we were.
Can I say something to that?
Yes,
quickly?
Go ahead.
For the elections next week, I am going to make this solemn appeal to everybody in the APC UKI. If I were to stand for position in APC UKI for any executive, please, do not judge me at the ballot box. I use myself, I know they did. Do not judge me at the ballot box for which you know about ABS. Say a capable, somebody with competence. Competency is a very profound prerequisite where you try to make a choice as to become your leader. We are here complaining that Salonians, they make mistake for being Madabio. And what happened? Total disaster. When a political party is in opposition, you need the best of the best. When that final World Cup final be the play, you need the best of the best players. So I wish everybody where they compete, best of luck. But to the voters, to the delegates, search your conscience. It's very important. And make sure we not elect people in a various positions. Not because of now you party. If you do that, you party not competent. Then you're being tracked to the APC. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. ABS, I get question at the screen now where somebody asked. They want if you can answer and to the best of your knowledge. It said, please, Fatia and Sweet Bonita, ask Mr. ABS, where was APC during the 2018 elections? Because what we are getting now in terms of disseminating information was absent during the previous election? And that is from By Wally.
Mr. Bai Wally, where was the APC? Can you bring the question again, please, Comrade Fati?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Thank you.
I'll just put it back.
Thank you.
Okay.
Please,
Mr.
Fatia and Sweet Bonita, ask Mr. ABS where was APC during the 2018 election? Because, hold on, let me just bring this. Because what we are getting now in terms of disseminating information
was absent
during. Well, I think, first of all, we are very complacent during 2018, and I must allude to the facts. But again, when I say Boleron Poel, I didn't hear it happen. If somebody would tell you, say, hey, both will be no that clinic or that appointment where they give you, or go see you nurse or this, that, or so. If I don't go there, these are all the regrets where they happen. I think in terms of the media, we do well. Not too bad as people take them. The only thing, we not exploit this avenue where the SLPP do. Because, and now we get a video where they go around, where President Julius Maada where he wears something like an African agbada, something where he talk to SLPP members, they say, please make sure you use the internet. They say the internet is the most robust medium where they use for go after the government of President Anas Kurma. They say because the witchman, they all at the wall, then they watch what's in the happen at the internet. And I kid you not, even the APC UK media, believe me, people and they follow what they talk. And if that I make with the APC UK media, we try not for be party centric. We try more for bring the truth from what we say. And so if so, now we don't get this kind idea and for puts me on up, Mr. By Wally, will not be the use if even there was social media, but will not be the use them to the level of the use and so. But I think say the APC UK media team and with other media platform privates, we at least we want for see better. All we need for do now follow we work together and ensure that we get a well-coordinated plan in terms of disseminating information, because that's where we get to now. But we will improve, we'll learn to the mistakes of the past and make sure that we build up from that. Over to you.
You know, ABS, you see, the way it's going right now, we're talking about the UKNI election next week. I want to put you to the spot. Which of these candidates do you want to educate us, the newly elected members, to vote for? Because it will be great. It will be nice. And I'm sure you have few names. Let us know. Let the world know. Let APC UKNI executive are waiting to vote for UKNI.
You guys, this was an orchestrated plan.
You will be safe. ABS is always safe. I am sure of that.
ABS, Sweet Bonita, don't put you on the spot. So go on, speak your mind.
Don't worry, my super comrade. In terms of which of these candidates, and I know the people in way they stand right now for. Let's start from the top spots. The chairmanship, we outgoing Secretary General, Comrade Simeon Bangura, and we get the outgoing youth leader, Mr. Adams Fode Bangura. They are going for the top spots.
And Salma Ba, Neneba.
Oh, my bad. I apologize, Comrade Salma.
ABS, why?
I apologize, Comrade.
ABS, why? Hey,
a woman, oh.
So in fact, it's very exciting now for I talk about, because you know the Millennium Development Goal about having women them 30%. I'm all for it. So
we are 50%.
More than that, we are going higher, no more.
So there are three candidates and Salma Ba. I have to be very honest. These are people that I don't work with for a very long time. And the contributions where they don't put now the APC UKI and by extension, so the APC party in general is very immense. You know, if I don't give them that ticket of commendation, I'm here, they make lie. Because Comrade Sweet Bonita, you're not getting paid, their stats from you. Look at when we sit on force from a media team for plan for topic, the time would sometimes you don't book, we get for can argue, and initially they say a UKI and a leading lawyer, then they forget the topic. Oh my God, it's headache. But we're doing it, we tolerate one another with the jam who said, we're doing it for one sole purpose, which is the APC. So these individuals, start from Salma, a woman we don't left a legacy in an APC in terms of for raise money, for knock doors for raise money, because politics is about money. You get Simeon Bangura. He don't in the secretariat for 6 years, 6.5 years, if I'm not mistaken. He don't do it in own. We can disagree on certain issues, but it's very relaxed. It's not somebody way confrontational, not supposed to really fight back. Come to Comrade Adams. It's a man where he don't be there for the APC, and in fact, even what they do, it complements the work of the media. You go to Adams in Facebook page, you see what's in even Fatima Biod and the Kande. You know, the presidential spokesperson, Yusuf Kweketoma, all the big guns in APC and the SLPP, rather in the Kande for can argue because of the things the way Adams they put. You see them all, Ibrahim Tobi them, even the wolves hiding in sheep clothing, quote unquote, we'll say the organization and the COS or whatever, CSOs, I mean, they can't for argue. So that tells you the level of caliber of Adams Bangura. But tonight, this is what I'm going to say to the delegates. What we have at stake, politics, it's a game of quality leadership. It's a top-bottom approach. That is just a culture. So if you miss at this very dire moments for bringing the best person among these three, we're battle ready for take this branch for become more and become an envy as we don't put another platform there, then we have ourselves to be blamed. If you ask ABS personally, at this time, I need somebody, I don't need an armchair warrior dressed in white robes. I need a leader who will for sit down and articulate issues. It's very important. If I'm vying for the diaspora position, if I'm able to give UKI quality representation, not to me they go shame, now UKI the shame. But I guess UKI, you will very comfortable say, ABS in the midst of other diasporans, them able for represents we. That is what it takes in politics, leadership. So now that we need now UKI. When the SLPP, the current man will be ambassador in China, it be the all we accountable. We know the level. We know it was so vociferous, and I need that leadership in the UKI. I need leadership where it be say, you know, they lead from behind. You don't need for pass beyond people for push things. Put yourself forward as a leader. Come with your people and work on things. We know politics is always politics, and that's where we are at the moment as APCs. So UKI is very crucial in this. This question I want to ask me not to child's play, and I'm sure when I want the best of answer, and that's why I did give a step by step as to which.
No, go ahead, fill your boots. Yeah.
So I'm filling my boots. So we need that level of leadership. As I say, the three people have all don't work in their own capacity. But if you ask me, and this is my personal view, as a member of the APC UKI, the person who I believe say he is more ready at the moment is Comrade Adams Bangura. And I say this without any fear of contradiction. You have the right to contradict me. I think Comrade Adams, they bring a leadership what we need at this moment. It's very crucial in the APC. Very, very crucial. Because When that time comes tomorrow, and I don't see, and for some of who don't follow the diaspora for a very long time, when we can reach that tongue, you meet in the midst of various leaders in the diaspora. Some of them are just followers, and few of them, they stand out. And that is what we need at the moment. I'm not saying the other people. As I say, Simeon Bangura is a fantastic person. We don't work the secretariat. It's not confrontational. But the question we have to ask ourselves is, what if it comes to somebody coming tomorrow and take the lead? Will he be ready? And for me, if you've not done it 6 years ago, 6.5 years ago, it's very difficult for them to take risk now.
Okay.
This is very. I know we are the cities. I know the cities are upset. I recognize the qualities of all of these people, but in terms of leadership, at this fierce moment of time, this dire moment, trust me, comrades in the APC UKI, we need a leader way before giving that representation. We able for move with politics about leadership. You know how many times we don't give Marabio a pass to London, UKI? You know how Marabio and in cohorts them during the time of opposition, when they go around for embarrass the president, the then president, His Excellency President, and Spike Koroma. Now it was leadership led, and that's what we want. There is some moments in politics that you need a leader for carry una. I think that's not the thing what we do in our APC. In terms of the membership, we get and membership, we're very energized, I must say. What we need now those for fill those blank space. So if you ask me personally, and I be say without no fear of contradiction, I'm a democratic right for think, and I'm making my own opinion based on my own assessment of the three. Please don't take it personal. I think the APC UKI need Adams at this moment. Thank you so much. And I hope the delegates them and they think about that.
Okay, thank you very much, Comrade ABS. Thank you. Like you said, everybody's entitled to their own opinion and everybody has a vote. So I'm sure people will use it wisely for who they think would support them or who they think may take the branch to another level, because that's what we all need. We need Mustafa Adon do very well for the APC UK and I branch. He's been absolutely fabulous. So we need somebody else who can take us a notch higher. So whoever you feel that individual is, by all means, go ahead and vote for them on Saturday. Thank you very much as well. I'm just going to pass you over to Sweet Bonita now to carry on with the conversation. Sweet Bonita, over to you, darling.
Yeah, before I bring in Comrade ABS, let me just try to recognize our viewers always, because today I've literally ignored them and I don't want them to hit me up next week. I'm excited. You guys are still with me. All the congratulations are coming. Congratulations to Fatia. Congratulations to Sweet Bonita. Let me recognize all these commenters that we have here. We have Kano Mohammed, even though yes, his name was up as well. And then we have again, sorry guys, I'm trying to go for Mobangura. Again, Elizabeth Strain. We have Derwin Thomas, African Pan-African, and this is Bob Gomez. No, Bob Banks. Then we have Tundeluke. Then we have Anderson Cold. Good evening. We have Khadija Bangura, Kaiser T. Then again we have Israel Papa. Oh, he was with us yesterday. Good evening, sir. Because it's always good for us to acknowledge our people. We have Mixer the Mixer. Mixer the Mixer is in the building. We have By William. Then again, this is Del, Jeanette, and Salom Bobo. The scanner is here, Yamata. Congratulations, Yamata, our newest women's leader for the London constituency. So definitely she's in the building with us. We have here Mohammed Kamara. And again, we have here Yengema Lansana. So there is Lansana,
I'm not ambassador.
Congratulations,
yes.
Ambassador.
No,
Ambassador, my deputy.
Yes, 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 yes. We have here Binti Sisay. She's with us every week and every week out. Again, I said to
Kaiko.
Kaiko. Yeah, so definitely those are the people we have. If I missed out your name or I pronounced it wrong, please forgive me, forgive me, forgive me.
Sweet,
And it's something that we want to be doing every week and never out.
Sweet
Yes.
Bonita, I get one question from for ABS. ABS, just a quick one before we bring the show to a close. The women's leader. We've got our wonderful Queen Alicia and our amazing Binti. So, what do you say to that? This
Right.
Saturday we'll be voting.
Right. You know what? Like I said, I am, I would say, a fanatic feminist. And when it comes to that, that is something that is very close to my heart.
Uh-huh.
Yes. When it comes to the promotion of women, elevation and supporting women in politics, that is something I've actually put my life on several occasions, because the simple reason is there is a research which says in the midst of very tough political turmoil in a country, women always have the tendency to cross the aisle, especially if they want to address issues relating to justice,
Mm-hmm.
welfare, equality. So these are the things we need to promote in politics. As politicians, we have our own ideologies. We have a party-led agenda that you support. But in the midst of doing that, we tend to be making mistakes, because those mistakes are necessary for us to achieve certain agenda or political outcome. So, but women always, I think the question you asked me a while ago, perhaps if it was a woman, then we say that thing twice. But I'm sitting here. I know some people are not going to even want for I come dinner and say, hey, you're a politician, you're taking risk and all what have you. But that's how I felt, and I felt strongly about it. But if it's a woman, it think about emotions. And when you want to address issues of justice, equality, and all of these things, you have to take that approach. So, to your question between the two women, them, I need one of the woman, them, especially one way, therefore make that decision, learn as such in a conscience. It's very important. And in the voters, in the APC UKI, I think it's going to be a woman's votes. Man and get for votes as well, but not the woman and get for decide between the two men there. So, and like I always say, at this crucial moment, the reason why I was so over the moon, we as you now emerge victorious, because I know, and by the way, let's say this, and you say money and power are inextricably linked. At this moment, we need money to steer up certain things, then for make certain things happen. But again, there's a proverb which says, you cannot use money to fight for a chieftaincy that is meant for the strong. Strong here also imply the competence. I'll give you one example now. When they can't go to elections just now, people don't vote necessarily in 2023, and then the counting don't start. Yes, Monique make things them happen, but it's not beyond money. There is an element of courage we need people to forget. For stand and say, you know what? Go ahead with your $100,000. Sierra Leone is more important than this money. You give me this, then what about the people in the country? You know, and when I don't feel we need that courage. So money not even for tempting kind of people in there. And even in terms of people who get for defend who vote, it's the same thing. So UKI, for you, the women seated here, and they put this, let me say they put it on the spot as soon as we don't do just now. Between until we want to anchor them between Queen Alicia. Someone is smiling. It's not a reverse psychology. Don't worry, Fatia.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I was very brave, and see what I mean. When I don't go through the rudiments of leadership from the youth league, especially yourself, Sweet Bonita, the party is at a crossroad. We have these two women. You don't have to answer if you don't want to answer, because you also get an anonymity for protective votes. Because if you talk now and say, anyway, now allow me ask now. I take them back anyway. I take them back.
The thing is, Comrade ABS,
Yes.
I will not answer it. Because remember what Chairman Mustafa said yesterday? Every out of statement can influence. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And I have so much respect for those two beautiful women.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Are going to be done behind the scene. And I'll cast my vote as the person, as you said, competency. So definitely we will not answer, but you have to answer that question. You are our guest. You need to answer the question.
Exactly. You're going around. Rick Morale. You're going around.
May the best among them win.
That's not good enough. That is not good enough, Comrade ABS. You answer a question. Now you start turning it. You are not going to call Comrade
The men.
Adams, right?
Exactly.
So it's going
Queen
to happen.
Alicia and Bintu, and they're both online now. Let me just make it even worse for you.
Okay.
ABS.
Are they voting? Are they voting? Let's call online voting then. Let's make it fun. I want to mix our vote. I want to mix our begin vote possible.
If Mixer vote is problem, Mixer is also will be an influencer. So definitely Mixer cannot vote. Okay. It's impossible.
So anyway, like I said, the two men always stand for this. Them both get their own qualities in a way, you know, and we know them now. We comrades, we work with them. You know, it's very easy for us. I think, if not because of the politics of convenience, I kid you not, but good people, especially when it comes to internal party electioneering process, certain people, they just vote for somebody not because it feels say is strong enough, but they vote for them because it's because of the aspect of convenience, loyalty to friendship and all the rest of it. And I even believe my statement earlier on will people they begin to talk on that basis there. Me, from the executive and everybody, they actually appreciate people based on the work that they do. It's very, very important. And for the two ladies, they've don't make plenty of sacrifices. They've been open, you know, elter scatter. I think for me, there's a tie there, and I leave it to the voters for letting them decide. My conclusion: there's a tie between them.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Comrade ABS. We're very grateful for you being here today. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, anywhere you're watching, thank you very much. Please carry on to share the live. Like I said, this is not the end of the show. The show carry on, the question carry on, the conversation carry on. Please, ladies and gentlemen, share the live, carry on sharing the live. Thank you all for thank you all for joining us today. We are very much grateful once again. Every Sunday we're here at 7 o'clock, same time, same place. Thank you, Comrade ABS. We are so grateful for you being here. Your ideas, your knowledge is always welcome, and we really appreciate you as well.
And can I also make a disclaimer, Comrade Fatia? And
yeah, go ahead.
Back, if okay. I've been watching you guys consistently, and I think, Sweet Bonita, you know, our conversation when, you know, we're trying to actually improve our broadcasting, and this is it. The level of confidence, the submissions, the ideas, the way you communicate, and the transitions they want to take from one idea to another. And I must say, you guys are awesome. I feel like I sit down with them, Jon Snow in caliber them way, at least my platform for talk about the country. You guys have done us proud. I'm very, very proud of you guys, to be honest. It's just a level of confidence we don't actually build up. And then, you know, also the patience behind the scene. You guys have done us proud, and
We're
please,
learning from you. We're learn from you. We're learn from you people. You people are the professionals. We're coming along. We're learning. We're improving. We're
it's
gaining.
not make la buka at the buka si begin talk so at the buka. But anyway, it's really sweet, Bonita. Thank you so much, and I think that position you will be able to do well. You know, whatever supports you guys need behind the scene as mentoring, I think you get enough bodies in the UKI and outside UKI for and the sky will be the limits for some of you guys. You see, politics is
Inshallah.
a game of total sacrifice, and you guys have made the sacrifices, especially to you, sweet Bonita. And the role we bring on this media, you say things them as how you see them, the passion we bring at the platform. May God give you the reward in politics, you know, because now you get another to next one. And to me, waiting the people don't do yesterday, they've just done you guys justice and for recognize an immense contribution. So thank you both, and you're making us proud, and continue to make this platform proud. And I must say thank you.
He's a household name.
I also want to say thank you to the coordinator himself, Owen Kasu, and you get your election, they come. I think say you get me votes, then they say and see people in the idea votes. Me, we camp at the media team. I know the joke because you guys have done us proud. Thank you.
Thank you very much as well. Like I said, we don't come to at the end of the show. Thank you everybody for watching us. We are very much grateful. Sunday we're here, same time, same place. YouTube, Facebook, follow the show, send your comments in, share the live. Thank you very much. I'll pass you over to Sweet Bonita now.
Yeah, before we just allow Comrade ABS to give us his final words, we close out. I just want to let the viewers know that this evening we spoke about the NGC, and one thing that Comrade ABS was highlighting is we should open our arms, welcome the NGCs. And again, Dell was asking if definitely what was the reason that they disappeared? Are they going to come back? Have we fixed the house? And I'm sure APC has fixed the house, because we can see that democratically people are being elected. So that means APC is on the right footer. But again, Dell should remember now at this stage, SNPP have said is a PR system. So they choose who they want. So again, we are still going through democratic. We are doing elections. So at the end of the day, I think what we will do is asking everybody that have not made up their mind. People are saying, no, APC is not ready. APC is well ready. It's red and ready coming up. So at the end of the day, all we are appealing to everyone, election day, 24th of June this year. Is no longer 2023 because this is the second month. So we are definitely in it to win it.
Amen.
Everything about APC is intact. We are ready to come to State House on the 25th. So 24, everything is done. 25th, we are home. So definitely we would like to say thank you to Comrade ABS. Thank you to our viewers. And I would like to say thank you to our technical team, because without them, there is no way me and Fatia will be here. And again, we're going to say thank you to Comrade Owen Kasu. Please, our viewers, be rest assured Owen Kasu is safe. Everything is well. He is trying to do things. But apart from that, we said, you know what? We are taking over. We are taking over. And he is really happy with us doing this. So we'd like to say thank you to Comrade Owen Kasu and all the technical team. And again, a big congratulations to all of us that took part yesterday. Either we won or we did not won. We were all part of it because it's APC business. APC business, not all man
business.
So without that, there is nothing else we can do. And Comrade ABS, I would like you to let our viewers have the final say of this evening before we call the show to an end. Comrade
Thank
ABS.
you very much. Thank you very much, Comrade. My closing is as follows. At the beginning of the program, I actually submit to a hypothesis about how NGC came to be, that now an institution, we're not just a mere rehabilitation center, political rehabilitation. I know it's not rehabilitation center, not so. When somebody is mentally confused about something or is hurt about something, and you able to make a decision at that moment there, or like when you say we're in the camp, you go hide under the tree, the big tree or house, for let the rain pass. That was what rehabilitation center politically mean. Now, so the NGC come. And this is a party where don't show me this very clear. And let me now speak to people actually in the Gambia axis. Because our KKY managed for we know I tell you say the Ebola money where President Koma and the executive then chief he do for bill 30 or 50 primary school and secondary schools and hospitals them in each district. So look how the man lie. APC was not in governance. The ACC conducted an investigation as to how the Ebola funds were expended. They come out with a conclusion, say APC no gets no wrongdoing in terms of that. And in fact, it came out very glaringly that the people themselves, and for some of you now who don't read and know how we don't do development studies, we know the activities of donor agencies, when they know say even if they give Salon 100 million now breadcrumbs. And in fact, you say they don't get that example. The UK itself governments don't shaft the UK, they shafted the UK taxpayers in Sierra Leone. And I can tell you why. When the Ebola BD happened, and quite some of us stood up and say we want for let the West camp or can help. And this is how Anescoma can involved into this thing. There was Ebola, we needed help. So when the UK go, I remember we do under a treacherous weather, we do 2 rallies. Rest in peace, Comrade Abes was part of the leadership for that. Myself and other people, them, Adams and others, you know, the 91, and so many other people, them, we are not mentioning the name with that process. We got a breakthrough in the end. The UK government decided for saying the first money was 40 million United Kingdom pound sterling. 40 million, that's quite a huge sum. If you look at the Ebola, even if you count the population of Sierra Leone, in terms of if that money they look at certain things like welfare beyond, because when you try to heal a nation, you also get to think about the welfare. But what's happened? These people went in Sierra Leone, we get Radisson Blue, then can't turn Radisson Blue as a, I'm sorry to say this, but as a place for go do something with regards to Sierra Leone. And that's how they lavished our money. So point, we have to go back. They call we in a Westminster Parliament. I remember that time the footages are there, the pictures. We went back and argued the case, say, if you guys are not in Sierra Leone to do what is right for the country, then obviously some of us will be forced to go to Sierra Leone. And if we come in waiting and go with Ebola patients who feel sick, because we carry passport, they will come back now. Now they tend and take the fight very serious. They begin employ. So what I'm saying here, this is how KKY can lie to the people of Sierra Leone, say that money they na an Escoma in executive and chief that money they. KKY not even tell we are the people them. The former vice president, he was one of us, Victor Fo, the director of the Matthew Dingy, and then also the Sajisu. All of these people are called SLP people. They were actually the signatories to the Ebola accounts. If there was any wrongdoing, now they take the money. Today, some of those people, in fact, there was an parliamentary investigation to it where they all certain people, they don't can give them big push, where they be banned them from even for all a public office. So KKY knew all of this. Then he has the courage for come and lie to Sierra Leone and say, now an escomative the money, that money they if we don't build houses and all that in there. Now Ben Kerfala in reports, it's out there. Like public consumption, then come and say APC don't do nothing wrong, and now the donor agency and SSF, when they try for convert the money from the whatever the forex foreign which we come to Leon, now they something go wrong because they use the black market and not go through the banking system. He knew all of this. He lied to the people of Sierra Leone. He managed for sweet people. So now it's coming back to boomerang because lies them. They know they say anything they do not than the world. If not lie, they lie, you'll be caught up. And that will happen now. So many people will they watch this program, okay, for watch this program later. Don't take KKY serious.
Nope.
Anybody where it be say, it tell you say mock we eat. Somebody like KKY, tell her let open the pan first. It talk all in big English them. how it can make country first, blah, de, blah, de, blah, de, blah. But when I look at in work in parliament, everything what they do sitting na defense. Look at things will happen. Had this not for KKY, we not get Ben Kefala, we not even qualify for being ACC because the prerequisite for like become ACC commissioner, ACC boss, they're there. They violated the constitution. KKY was one of the people that we pushed that in there. You understand? Because at the end of the appointment committee, he was the one that we led that agenda. Every bad thing way, and even the appointments of the current the current neck boss, Mohamed Kenewe, not KKY. So it's looking at the competency of the man as opposed to the procedures where the people don't take for that we usher the man in. It doesn't. But again, as I say just now, and I want to conclude, anybody where they tell you say in a progressive, be careful. Because the progressive, the way that they do things for achieve, they don't care about processes. A progressive person, where they try for achieve an outcome, they follow a linear path. You know, like we're playing they take off, they go straight up.
Linear path, yeah.
That is how progressive they think. You know, one know if they damage. So KKY has caused us damage in the country. This is a man where they go they mob an kitchen. Same SLPPians. Them beats an kitchen. If not for now, something for not happen. And it come in manifest lies. I don't want to talk about it there. KKY, they peddle lies, say, in web tell them we want to say, no left SLPP. So, come on now. Because you are not there for defending self, those are lies. Because if the woman not going to for left SLPP, why did she allow you for go form a party against a SLPP? Those are lies. Now, so it begin play on the minds of people. So that is the thing. I can tell you now, honestly, KKY is not somebody. Me and I born at the same constituency, 062. I know the man. I know him very deep. You understand? I know the guy can't talk in personal life. You go back, do a background, and we have to do background check on some of our leaders. You know, this is not the time for let's salon people and buy into all people in the economy and talk a lot. What have you done? It hasn't. It failed woefully. It failed the people of constituency 062. And now, because you know they don't fail in time, the clock is ticking over him. What did they do? They try to find a safe way. They tell the NDC people, can you imagine, say, you guys have to prepare yourself to take over the party? Oh my God. The guy is a traitor. Okay. He decimated every fabric of morality. So I think APC will capitalize on that. But here is not a platform for we can't talk about strategy. The people of Cambia district are not fools. They are not fools. We will tell KKY that everything is said, the promises he made, he never fulfill none. You look all that area in Nara constituency there. We start from Yeliboya, you can Rosino, you can Mafufune, you know, do nothing. Until now, the likes of some of us where we say we let people they go out and help small. He has not done anything as a representative of the people. So you want to be a vice president? Good luck to him, but no thanks. And I thank you all for bringing me in.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So now we don't come to the end of the show. Thank you all for watching and good night. Goodbye. I love
Oh na. Say the way them be left the power to murder, not to say it. Not to youth they smoke and